right, first and foremost, we want to give our praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. I'd like to say salutation, peace, and love to the elect that's around the four corners of the earth. And I'm gonna start this lesson off with an article from WW3.informationclearinghouse.info, and it's going into basically how you got the Saudi crown prince over there. He done arrested he done arrested certain leaders in his house, and you know, in the South, in what they call the House of the Souths. And I'm gonna start the article out because all this basically leading up to World War III, man. And then you got the elites behind the scene that's orchestrating all this, man. You know, I'm gonna start at the beginning of the article, which the article is by Finney and Cunningham. It say November the 10th, 2017. Information Clearinghouse. Mass arrests of senior royals amid fear of assassinations indicate that what is going on in Saudi Arabia is a far-reaching purge. The facade of a corruption probe promoted in part by the Western news media and U.S. President Donald Trump is barely a credible con, man. Because, hey, according to prophecy, man, we already know, basically, man, that whole region, man, gonna basically be pushing to World War III, man. And we know the whole plan is to basically for the U.S. to take down Iran, man, which is not gonna happen, man, according to the prophecies, man. I'm gonna skip down a couple of paragraphs. Now, just the second paragraph say the cover is not for just a ruthless power grab within the desert kingdom by Saudi rulers, but a realignment that also puts the entire Middle East region on notice for more conflict and possibly even all-out war with Iran, man, because that's what this is all about, man. You know, basically the war with Iran, man, because what the Most High been doing, man, he basically been putting straights in the ways of the elites, man. You know, because even when they started that Iraqi war, after the September 11 false flag attacks, man, he had the general to come out, Wesley Clark, and he basically had got the memo with which they was supposed to take down 7 countries in 5 years, man. But it didn't happen like that, man. You know, those 7 countries was Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, Syria. Those 4 of the countries, man. But it was like all the countries who basically didn't have a central bank, man. You know. But Syria is like that last country left that they wanted to take down, man. Which they started trying to take Syria down in 2011, man. And that war been prolonging now for like 6 years, man. Why? Because Russia came in and intervened, man. And all this according to the prophecy in Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, man. And I'm gonna keep reading. It said, a war that the Israeli state and the Trump administration are enthusiastically eager on, man. It said this move towards war with Iran could explain why the Saudi royals made a landmark trip to Moscow last month. Was it an attempt to buy off Russia with oil and weapons deal in order to free the Saudi hand with regard to Iran? Right, man, because see, that's one thing that's one thing that like the Lord said, like the scripture said in Isaiah the 47th chapter, man, stand down with your enchantments and see if they can save you, man. Because the elites actually think they can upset the prophecies, man. They think they're gonna be able to control World War III, man, like they was able to control the outcome of World War I and World War II, man. But it's not gonna happen that way, man. Get Jeremiah chapter 50, starting at verse 45.
Jeremiah 50 and 45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord, that he have taken against Babylon.
Come on, go ahead.
And his purposes, that he had purpose against the land of the Chaldeans.
And what is the land of the Chaldeans, man? Babylon. And who are the Chaldeans? The elites, man. You know, the top leaders of those so-called Jews, man. They the top witches and warlock, man. That's been orchestrating everything, man, for years, man. You know, for basically for centuries now, man. You know, but now it's time for they whole it's time for their kingdom to come to an end, man, because they use America. This is the land of the Chaldeans. They use America to push forth all they basically all their propaganda and their plans on the face of the earth, man. You know? Go ahead,
surely the least of the flock shall draw them out.
Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out, man. You know? Because that's what this is all about, man. Israel's starting to get worried now, man. You know? Because like I said, that whole war with Syria, that was something they pushed, man. But guess what? The more they've been pushing to basically take down those nations that surrounding Iran, man, it's been fueling Iran and giving Iran power, man. You know, especially since Russia came into the Syria and helped Syria, man. But who was the #1 ground troops on the ground in Syria, man? You got the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, man, actually fighting with the Syrian army, man. You know? Go ahead, But like I said, surely the least of the flock should draw them out, man. And I'm gonna finish in this verse 45. Finish 45 out.
Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them.
He gonna make their habitation desolate with them, man. And I'm gonna keep reading a little more in this article, man. In typical fragmented fashion, Western media have tended to report the mass arrests last weekend of royal princes, ministers, and business leaders carried out under the orders of King Salman and his heir, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, as they crack down on corruption and business sleaze, man. Which that ain't what this is all about, man. You know, you had a King Salman, which he the king now. Now he done made his son heir to the throne, man. Which his son is allied with Israel in the U.S., man. You know, his son actually pushing for all those women rights in Saudi Arabia now, man. You know. So you got all these other heirs to the thrones, or the House of the Souths, which he done had arrested. That's what this is all about, man. Because all of them not with, you know, true enough, they all have been in they committed fornication with the great whore America, man. But they not with all the they basically not with all the philosophies of America, man. But they basically got King Salman and his son to basically push forth the so-called democracy in their land, man. You know, so anybody who basically was opposing him, he done had them arrested, man. You know, even I'm gonna keep reading. You had some up?
No, go ahead.
It said, omitted in media coverage is the significant wider context of the Saudi rulers moving at the same time to exert political control over regional politicians, as well as making sensational claims that Iran and Lebanon have declared war on Saudi Arabia by allegedly supporting a missile strike from Yemen, man. Right, because that was the whole, because see, even if you go back, man, to 2011, they had something called the Arab Spring Uprising, man. When all those different Arab countries, which it was the CIA, you know what I'm saying, that's one of their tactics, man, they use. They'll actually get your citizens to start uprisings in the countries, man, to overthrow the government, man. You know, that's what the U.S. do. If they want to overthrow a government or a leader over there who basically, because all those leaders basically was with the U.S., then they started to try to do their own thing, man. Right. That's why they got rid of Muammar Gaddafi. That's why they got rid of Hosni Mubarak in Egypt, man, because he had allied with Gaddafi, which they was going to come up with the United States of Africa with their own currency, and they was dropping $1, man, you know. But even with Qatar, That's why you had Saudi Arabia and those United Arab Emirates. They basically like cut off ties with Qatar and then put a blockade on them where they couldn't do nothing, man. But who came to their aid, man? You had Russia to come to their aid in Iran, man. You know, which all this is leading up perfectly to the prophecies, man. Because no matter what they at least do to try to create that greater Israel project to try to create their own kingdom of heaven on earth, man, the Lord all setting it up for their destruction, man. You know,
I got a precept.
Go ahead, bro.
This Psalms 33:10. And the Lord bring the counsel of the heathen to naught.
Right. See, the Lord bring the counsel of the heathen to naught, man. Because all the heathens, going back to Psalms 83, man, you know, they all allied against the nation of Israel, man. That's what this is all about, man. You know, because even all of them, all those Middle Eastern nations, they want a part of their land, Israel, man. Which that's our land, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
He maketh the devices of the people of none effect.
Come.
The counsel of the Lord standeth forever.
See, the counsel of the Lord standing forever, man. So these prophecies got to come to pass, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
The thoughts of his heart to our generations.
Come. It said the thoughts of his heart to our generations, man. You know, that's it on there, bro.
That's it.
I'm going to continue with the article, man. Right, man, because what happened, they basically did a little false flag, man. They shot a missile from Yemen, man. You know, which Yemen is the majority of Shiite Muslim, which Iran kind of got power over them, man. You know, and you see how Saudi Arabia started a war with them? We're trying to take them down, but it's all under but who all pushing that, man? It's the elites, and they using America to push their agenda, man. You know, because the key is to get to Iran, man. Take Iran down, man, which is not gonna happen, man. And we're gonna go into the scriptures on that. You had something else, bro? It say the apparent forced resignation of Lebanese Premier Saad Hariri last weekend after being summoned to Saudi capital, Riyadh provided convenient substance to Saudi claims that Iran and its Lebanese ally Hezbollah was destabilizing Lebanon and indeed plotting to assassinate Hariri. Right, man. Because like I said, when Iran actually went and helped in that Syria war, you know, which you got Lebanon right on the border with Israel, man, because that's what it is too. Israel getting paranoid now, man, because they got Russia on their border, and now they got Iran right there on their border, man. You know, which the more they try to stabilize that area and weaken Iran, Iran have gotten powerful, man, and that's all according to the scriptures, man. It say back to the article. It said apparent forced resignation of Lebanese Premier Saad Hariri last weekend after having been summoned to Saudi capital Riyadh provided convenient substance to claims that Iran and Lebanese ally Hezbollah were destabilizing Lebanon and indeed plotting to assassinate Hariri. Because what did they do, man? You had he basically had the king, he summoned Lebanon prime minister there, man. And we got there, they arrested him, man. And now they forcing the man to come on TV and resign, man. But if you seen when he came on the media and resigned, man, he was surrounded by a number of Saudi police officers, man. Yeah. You know, which letting you know they which I'm gonna let the article speak, man. And then we're gonna go into the scriptures. However, Hariri was just one of several regional political figures whom the Saudis were reportedly putting pressure on. Reports emerged that ex-Yemeni President Mansour Hadi has been laid under house arrest in his exile home in Riyadh. There were reports, too, of Syrian opposition figures being detained in Riyadh. And the Palestinian leader Mahmoud Abbas was ordered to the Saudi capital, thus suggests the Saudis are orchestrating a regional, ordering a regional chorus line. Furthermore, there was credible Israeli media reports that the government of Benjamin Netanyahu in Tel Aviv is coordinating with Saudi Arabia to support the latter's accusations against Iran and Hezbollah of committing acts of war from Yemen by supplying missiles to the Houthi rebels, man. Right, man, because that's what this is all about, man. You got Israel basically seeing Iran steady rising in the power, man, which that's according to the scriptures. And we gonna get that, man. And now they got, they making desperate moves now, man. You know, because another leader they had put the pressure on was the leader from Qatar, man, because that was the whole plan. Take down Qatar had actually went to the Syrian president Bashar Assad, and basically came to him with a business plan, man. He was like, they wanted to run a pipeline from Qatar through Syria, through Turkey into Europe, man. That way they can cut off their dependence Europe has on Russia for their natural gas, man. But when Syria turned it down, that's when they started the uprising in Syria and basically started their war, man. But all this is backfiring on them, man. You know, read that scripture again. You had some? Get that Jeremiah 50 and 45 again, because like I said, Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli prime minister, he basically coordinating all this with the Saudis, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
This Jeremiah 50 and 45. It said, therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord, that he have taken against Babylon, and his purposes, that he have purpose against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them.
Man. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them, man. And that's what's going on, man. Now, get over there. You had something? Get over there. Start at verse 1.
This Obadiah. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle.
Right, say arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle, man. So this is what all the heathen been secretly doing, man. And mainly those Middle Eastern nations, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised.
Right, man. So Babylon being greatly despised among the heathen, man. Go ahead.
The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou hast dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that sank in his heart. Who shall bring me down to the ground?
Right, man. Going back to the scripture brother read in Psalms 30, man. The counsel of the Lord gonna stand, man. The counsel of the heathen finna come to naught, man. Skip down to verse 6 and read verse 7.
Obadiah 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?
Go ahead.
All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
Right, man. Say all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border, man. You know, and that's what's going on, man. Because even Saudi Arabia out here, but in the end, man, go ahead. They brought you to the border, man. Go ahead.
The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee.
Come, and that's all the nations, man. They deceive Edom, man. You know, which eventually Saudi Arabia they gonna turn on you, America too, man. Cause I say all the men of that confederacy have deceived thee, man. Because see, basically, it's the only reason Saudi Arabia they basically been allied with America since 1970s, man. When they made that petrodollar deal, man. You know, which the deal was. That's why the dollar been so strong, man. Because that's what it's backed by, that oil, man. But that's starting to run out now, man. You know, the deal was in the 70s, man. Nixon made the deal with King Fossil, man. To basically trade your oil in dollars, and in return, we're gonna protect you, and we're gonna build your military up, man. You know, and that's what was the start of the petrodollar, and that's how the dollar got to the rise that they at now, man. You know, which eventually all the OPEC nations joined that deal, man. But now most of those OPEC nations begging out of that deal, man. You know, because they seen America they basically started to see the whore for who she was, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, and prevail against thee.
Come.
They that eat thy bread have laid a wound.
Right, they that eat that choice bread have laid a wound under thee, man. You know who? And these nations that's allied with thee, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
Under thee there is none understanding in him.
Come, there is none understanding in them. Now I'm finna get 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. Starting at verse 27. It said, "For now the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them." Now, Salak, I'm starting at verse 28. "Behold, in horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia should come out with many chariots," man. Because that's what all this leading up to, man. You know, the nations of the dragon of Arabia, man. They're going to come out with many chariots, man. Because America got a lot of troops stationed over there. That's why they got all their troops stationed over there already, man. You know, but it's gonna come to where they gonna send more troops over there, man. Because that war with Iran, man, it ain't gonna turn out how they think it's gonna turn out, man. It said, "Behold, in horrible vision, and appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragon of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood." Who are the Carmanians, man? That's Iran, man. You know, if you look at the word Carmanians up, it go back to the ancient Persians, man, which that goes into Iran, man. You know. Also the Carmanians raging in wrath should go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power they shall come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians, man. And that's what's going on now. That's what's finna happen, man. But like I said, it started with that war in Syria. That's basically when the Carmanians got into the basically got physically into the war, man, because they got the main ground troops in Syria helping the Syrian army push back those basically those mercenaries the U.S. and hired. Then you got basically special forces of the U.S. in there, man, you know, and the CIA, man. On this verse 31. "And then shall the dragons have the upper hand," man. Right. "Remembering their nature, and if they should turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them," man. Right, so when this, because see what the U.S. gonna have to do, man. They're gonna have to fully enter this war. They're gonna have to go on, let their troops into this war, man, because they've been using like different mercenaries, and they in there, man. But eventually, it's gonna come to them having to, when it comes to really face Iran and Russia. Get Ezekiel 38 out. You had some? Yeah, get Ezekiel 38, man, because all this links up with the dragons of Arabia, man. Because the dragons of Arabia, who they gonna be up under, man? They basically gonna be up under Russia, man. You know, they gonna be allies with Russia, man. Because that's just gonna let the scripture speak, man. Start at verse 3.
Ezekiel 38:3. And say, thus said the Lord.
Nah, start at verse 1.
Ezekiel 38. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and the prophecy against him. And they say, and say, thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I am thee, O God, the chief priest of Meshech and Tubal.
Right, and I'm against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, man, talking about Russia. Go ahead.
And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts, a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords.
All of them handling swords, man. And it's gonna name the company that's gonna be with them, man. You know, go ahead, bro. Persia, man. That's the first country name, man, which goes back into Iran, man, and Iraq too, man, because that whole area is like the Persian Gulf, man. But we know Iran it goes back to Persia, man. They actually name was Persia before they turned it into Iran, I think in like 1935, man. Go ahead, bro.
Ethiopia.
When you look at that word Ethiopia, Ham, man. So all the Hamites, go ahead. This all who gonna be eventually. This what all this stirring up to and pushing this to. So all these nations gonna ally with Russia, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
Libya with them, and all them with the shield and helmet.
Right, all them with their shield and helmet, man. But it say Libya also, you know. Libya gonna be with them, man. Then even though the U.S. went and killed Muammar Gaddafi and took him out, you know. Even though the U.S. basically took Muammar Gaddafi out, man, you know, there's still ain't no peace in Libya, man. Then you got the main liberal generals. They been coincide with Russian generals, man. You know, they basically been asking Russian generals to come help them, man. You know, so in the end, Libya gonna be with them. Go ahead.
Libya with them, and all of them with shield and helmet.
Gomer, man, which goes into Turkey, man. You know, even Turkey been an ally for NATO for the longest, man. But it's letting you know. But even with this whole thing in Syria, man, in this war in Syria, now Turkey have basically started ally with Russia, man, which they've been a NATO ally for the longest, which goes back to Obadiah. All the men in that confederacy have brought thee even to the border, man. You know, they have deceived thee, man. You know? Go ahead, bro.
And all his bands, the house of Togarmah and the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee.
Man, because this war is going, this brewing up that World War III, man. All nations gonna enter this war, man. You know, India, India, Pakistan, China, man. Because guess what? China got a for the first time in history, China got a military base in Africa, man. You know, and China been stated, man. Even when they started their war in Syria in 2011, China stated they ain't gonna hesitate to start World War III to defend Iran, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee.
Come.
And be thou a guard unto them.
And be thou a guard unto them, man. And that's what you see happening now, man. Russia is a guard to all these countries, man. You know, like I said, Qatar was the latest country that actually was under the U.S. Umbrella, which they tried to starve Qatar out, man. And then Russia started to bring them aid, bring them food and shit. And now Russia done fell under the Qatar umbrella, man. You know, you had something, bro?
I got this is just a precept.
Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel, I think I can link up. Ezekiel 27:14. They of the house of Togarmah traded in their fairs with horses and horsemen and mules. And the men of Dedan were the merchants. Many as were the merchandise in their hand. They brought thee for presents horns of ivory and ebony in exchange. So, you know, that's what they were trading, I guess. I'm keep going.
Go back to Ezekiel. Right, man, because World War III, man, is gonna bring the destruction of elites, man. You know, all this turmoil you stirring up, man, it's bringing your destruction, man. It's not gonna turn out like you think it is, man. You know, read verse 7 again. Huh?
Be prepared, and be prepared for thyself, thou and all the company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them.
And be thou a guard unto them, man. So that's what we see going on now, man. Now I'm gonna go back to 2nd Ezra the 15th chapter, man. Verse 31. It said, then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature, man. You come, and what's their nature? They wild men, man. And if they shall turn themselves conspiring together in great power to persecute them. They said, then these shall be troubled and keep silence through their power and shall flee, man. Right, man, because then it said the dragons gonna get the upper hand, man. Who are they gonna get the upper hand on, man? America and their allies, man. And this what you see going on now, man. This why they making quick, desperate moves now, man. Because like I said, Iran have through all the bullshit they've been pushing to get to Iran, Iran have got the upper hand, man. You know? Now, Iran right there, Russia done came to the guard, like I said, man. And now Iran is more powerful than they was, man. You had something, bro?
Nah.
Go to Joel chapter 3. Right, because all this basically, man, the Lord pleading, he finna enter into judgment with all these nations, man. You know, so he can free his people up, man, the nation of Israel, man. Go ahead, bro.
Hold on, let's stuck.
Because even when that war in Syria started, man, and I forgot what happened, man, but the U.S. had put like 100,000. They had stationed 100,000 troops in Saudi Arabia, man, because they thought it was finna go down then, man. But it wasn't time, man. You know, everything according to the Lord's plans, man. You know, everything had to be set up perfectly how the Lord wanted, man. The counsel of the Lord must stand, man. You know, the chip gonna have to come. You know, but all this is leading up, man, to everything, man. Go ahead.
What you at the top?
Yeah, start at the top.
Joel chapter 3. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem,
Come.
I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for the people,
For my people.
there for my people, and for my heritage Israel.
So this is who the Lord's people are, man. And his heritage, man. Israel, man. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. So that's why all these nations it beef with each other, man. You know? Because they basically turned us against each other, man. Had us beefing with each other. But like the Lord said, man, that same trap they set for us, they finna fall into it themselves, man. So now the Lord turning all these nations against each other, man. You know? For to plead with them for his people and his heritage Israel, man. You know? Go ahead. I read verse 2 again. Salaki, bro.
Joel 3 and 2. I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel.
Right, the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. Which that's the valley of Yehoshaphat, man. The valley of the Lord's judgment, man. You know, and that's where everything's taking place at now, man. The valley of Jehoshaphat, that whole regional area over there, that's on fire, man. With basically where you got Syria, Iraq, Iran, Saudi Arabia. All that's the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. Turkey, Lebanon, you know, that whole region, this area, man. It's finna go to war, man. It's finna go down over there, man. Go ahead, bro. Because like the scripture said, Russia stood up to be a guard unto them, man. And now now they finna make desperate moves, man. It's desperate measures being made right now, man. Like the article said, they summoned the president of Palestine there. I guess he didn't go because more than likely they was gonna do the same thing they did to the Lebanese prime minister, man. Detain his ass, make him force his resignation, man. You know, because evidently those leaders must been like, those leaders been basically liking how everything been going, man. They not down with the plan, man. So now they gotta pull their ass out of power, man. You know, because those people actually listen to those leaders, man. Go ahead, bro.
Whom they scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Who they scattered among the nations and parted our land, man. You know, and you got those Jew rats in the land, man, and they don't want to leave, man. They want to keep our land, man, because they the one behind everything that's going on, man. You know, go ahead. Which Benjamin Netanyahu, he just the public figures for the elites, man. They telling him what to do, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
And they had cast lots for my people, and had given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they may drink.
Come, and that's going into the slave trade, man. When they was actually taking us from the west coast of Africa, man. You know, if you go into the history, you will see those fake Jews was behind it, man. And they was trading prostitutes, and they was trading watered down rum and shit to those so-called Africans, man. And go ahead, they was trading to those so-called Africans to help gather us up and load us on the ships that bring us to this side of the world, man. You know, but that's what all this is about, man. That's why World War III is brewing up, man. To the Lord finna plead with all nations for his people and his heritage Israel, man. Go ahead, bro.
Yea, and what ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
Right, man. We're talking about those Hamites, man.
Right.
That's why they gonna get it too, though, man. They like the scripture said, ye Ethiopia, man. You know, they ally with Russia too, man. So the Lord gathering all them up to go to war with each other, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
And the coast of Palestine.
Come. And the coast of Palestine. Go ahead.
will ye render me a recompense?
Come.
And if ye recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head.
Right, man. So that's what the Lord finna do, man. He finna return their recompense upon their own head, man. You had something up?
Nah, you had read 3. I had a precept about the slave trade.
Go ahead, bro.
Let's go.
Alright. Okay, let's how you pause out.
Alright, man. Go to police.
Come on, man.
Running us out. Let me just hit this scripture. This Obadiah 11. In the day that they stood his on other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captives, his forces and foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem.
Come on, that's going to Esau, man. When the Babylonians was taking us down, they was telling them they basically was telling them to take us, man. You know, basically to besiege it, man.
Got it.
Yeah, what you pause it up?
But we gonna just end it.
All right.
Hey,
come.
Hope brothers is edified.
Get Obadiah 14, all right, verse 14. I'm gonna end it with this, man.
Obadiah 14:14. Neither should thou.
Hey, we're gonna end it out because we got the police on.
Yeah. Let's go.
Alright.
Well, they gone, you know.
I can help you out a little bit.
Now we finna go, bro.
Hit the Akim though.
Huh? Yeah.
All praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai.
Right.
Double honors to the elders, the great millstone, and to the Akim that's teaching the truth and sincerity. Shalom.